Practice. Number 1. Listen to part of a conversation between two friends.
I was wondering why Jack hadn't been in school for a few days.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I saw him. Breaking both of his legs. How unlucky can you get?
Yeah, that's pretty unlucky. Do you know what happened?
I did talk to him for a minute, and he seemed to be in a pretty good mood. He said that he walked out into the road without looking and a car hit him. He said it was his own fault.
Wow, I'm going to be more careful the next time I cross the road.
Why does the boy mention a car? Number 2. Listen to part of a conversation between two friends.
It was on the Discovery Channel.
The Discovery Channel. Isn't that Channel 38?
Yeah, that's right. The program was on at 8:30, I think. It was really amazing. It talked about something called dark matter and how it holds the universe together. But this dark matter is invisible, and we can't detect it.
What? I don't get it. So, how do people know that it's there, this dark matter?
It's something to do with how light from distant stars sometimes bend. But I have to admit, I didn't really understand it all.
Well, it does sound pretty interesting. I wish I'd seen it.
Why does the girl mention Channel 38? Number 3. Listen to part of a conversation between a student and his teacher.
Patrick, you seem to be having trouble concentrating in class lately.
Well, my mind tends to wander when you're talking. And it's not that you're boring, it's just that other things come into my head.
What kinds of things come into your head?
Usually something you say makes me think of something else. Like when you were talking about George Washington today, I started thinking of Washington Square Park and our family vacation to New York City last summer.
Okay then. The next time I see your eyes glaze over, I'm going to stop and ask you to repeat what I've just said.
Why does the boy mention Washington Square Park? Number 4. Listen to part of a conversation between two friends.
It's so unfair. I really wanted to go to the concert. The Lemon Sisters band has been my favorite band ever since I left elementary school.
Really? I got my ticket online. My brother bought them on an auction website for me. Hey, why don't you try that too? Maybe it's not too late.
I would, but I don't really have any idea how to buy something on an auction website.
It's really easy. You just make your offer, wait, and see whether you get it.
Well, I guess that doesn't sound too hard. Maybe I should give it a try.
Why does the boy mention his brother? Questions 5 and 6. Listen to part of a conversation between a student and a school nurse.
It's been like this ever since I went on vacation to Africa.
Wow, where exactly did you go to?
We went on safari in a game reserve in Kenya, but we spent a couple of days in Nairobi first.
It sounds like you had a great time. But then you noticed this rash on your arm when you came back. Is that right?
Before, actually. You see, I started itching and scratching as soon as we got on the plane coming back home. I never mentioned it to my mom because I didn't think it was serious. But it doesn't seem to be going away, and it's bothering me today.
Well, it could be a number of things, like maybe tick bite fever. I think you had better see a doctor.
Now answer the questions. Number 5. Why does the boy mention a game reserve in Kenya? Number 6. When did the boy first notice the rash on his arm? Questions 7 and 8. Listen to part of a conversation between two friends.
I guess I could meet you tonight, but it would have to be after band practice at 5. We could work on the project in the library. It stays open until 7.
7? I didn't know it was open that late. Is there anything that I need to bring?
Not really. I have lots of paper and materials. And, of course, we can find the books that we need in the library. Just make sure you bring your library card in case we need to take out a lot of books.
There might be a little problem with that. I lost my card a while ago, and I haven't got a new one yet.
Well, I can take out 5 books with my card, so that will probably be enough for now.
Now answer the questions. Number 7. Why does the girl mention band practice? Number 8. What is the problem with the boy's library card? Questions 9 and 10. Listen to part of a conversation between a student and his teacher.
The problem with your essays isn't that they aren't interesting. The problem is that the essay structure is rather weak. Can you tell me about your process for writing essays?
My process. I guess I think of an idea to start with, and then I come up with an ending. After that, I just start writing.
So what you're saying is that you don't really have any sort of plan.
Just the beginning and the end. Aren't those the most important parts?
Well, they are important parts, but the essay must also have a solid logical structure.
So how do I do that?
The best way is to write an outline. Write down your main idea, and then write down the main points of the essay in a logical order that leads to your conclusion. Then, stick to the outline when you're writing.
Now answer the questions. Number 9. According to the teacher, what is the problem with the boy's essays? Number 10. Why does the teacher discuss an outline? Questions 11 through 13. Listen to a conversation between a girl and her brother.
Thanks for helping me, Jeff. I don't want to tell Mom that my book bag is broken already because I'm afraid she'll be angry. She just bought it for me a few weeks ago, and it was really expensive.
No problem. It doesn't look that serious. This metal clip is bent and the strap keeps slipping. That's all.
Do you think you can fix it? What about some of these tools? Will they help?
Yeah, hand me those right there. Yeah, those. The pliers. Let me see if I can bend this clip back into shape. There. That should hold it.
Hey, that looks great! Now I can carry all my heavy books around in my bag instead of in my arms. Thanks again.
No problem. Let me know if it happens again.
Now answer the questions. Number 11. Why is the girl afraid her mother will be angry about the broken bag? Number 12. How does the boy fix the bag? Number 13. Why does the girl mention her heavy books? Questions 14 through 16. Listen to a teacher talking in a science class.
Recently, there's been an important shift in public opinion concerning scientists.
Scientists were once highly respected in society, but now many people do not trust them. This change in attitude coincides with the rise of the Internet. The Internet allows people with non-scientific backgrounds to voice their opinions on highly complicated issues, and often these opinions have no objective basis. Furthermore, many people who voice their opinions on the Internet are highly biased. So a lot of confusion has emerged about important scientific issues such as global warming. People are no longer listening to scientists or trusting them to do their jobs. It boils down to this. The public is confused because instead of listening to scientists, they are listening to rumors and conspiracy theories. The only way to solve this problem is for scientists to open the lines of communication with the general public.
Now answer the questions. Number 14. Why does the teacher mention global warming? Number 15. According to the teacher, why is there so much public confusion about important scientific issues? Number 16. According to the teacher, how can scientists regain the trust of the general public? Questions 17 and 18. Listen to a teacher talking in a PE class.
Why are humans getting faster in sporting events? Let's take the 100-meter race, for example. Around the beginning of the 20th century, the world record was 10.5 seconds. Around the beginning of the 21st century, it was about 9.5 seconds. That's a full second. Experts agree that this improvement is due to many technological advances in areas such as nutritional science, performance analysis, technology-assisted training, and sports equipment such as running shoes. If an average athlete today could go back in time and compete in the past, he or she would probably be a world champion. So science is incredibly important to modern athletes. Technology can give us that vital edge to get ahead of our competitors. Of course, athletic talent will always be important to winning too. There's no substitute for that.
Now answer the questions. Number 17. Why does the teacher talk about world records in the 100-meter race? Number 18. According to experts, why are modern athletes getting faster? Questions 19 and 20. Listen to a teacher talking in a science class.
In a scientific sense, reality is what we can observe, either directly or indirectly through experimentation. The scientific method, developed by Galileo in the 16th century, is important because it allows us to objectively observe the world. This is important because what we often observe is not reality. Far from it. For example, I can observe this table and conclude that it is not moving at all. However, through experimentation and objective observation, scientists know that the table is actually moving. The table is spinning around on the Earth, and the Earth is rotating around the Sun at around 100,000 kilometers per hour. And that's not all. Our solar system is rotating around the center of our galaxy, the Milky Way. And the galaxy is moving too. In fact, the whole universe is in motion. So clearly, my observation that the table is not moving is incorrect.
Now answer the questions. Number 19. According to the teacher, why is the scientific method important? Number 20. Why does the teacher mention the solar system? Questions 21 through 23. Listen to part of a discussion in a biology class.
Many people in developing countries move to the cities in search of work. There they hope to make decent living for themselves. But unfortunately, the vast majority of them end up living in urban slums and ghettos. And these kinds of unsanitary living conditions, overpopulated without access to clean water, are perfect for new viruses to develop and spread.
So, what you are saying is that modern humans cause viruses to spread?
Well, there have always been, and there will always be viruses. But what I am saying is that a new stronger virus is more likely to find a host and spread through these slums and ghettos. What is worrying is that at some point, it's likely that a particularly dangerous new virus will cause a global pandemic. That is why WHO was so worried about the new flu, commonly called the swine flu, in 2009.
That's really scary.
Yes, it is. So we need to improve people's living conditions in order to stop new viruses spreading.
Now answer the questions. Number 21. According to the teacher, where is the perfect place for new viruses to develop and spread? Number 22. Why does the teacher mention the swine flu in 2009? Number 23. What needs to be done to stop the spread of new viruses?